I record you and I go to make a shower. Ciao.
I think, Emiliano, you can pause it or pause the recording and start it once Dominic starts the edit. Because you will get a lot of content which is not required. So I'll just reconnect. Hold on.
Just an advice, no? You hear me?
Yeah, okay, now I'm
Just,
back.
just to say, you can start if you are just already editing.
No, I'm not editing. I can start actually once before they come. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just let free share your screen and do it for us.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
So,
just going to have a shower now, so then I continue to let you doing what you want.
yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Because I shared the stream, so the link to us on the group of photography in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
if they join, they see that someone is doing something.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So today I will try to re-edit my previous picture from Porto because I deleted it by mistake. The original delete is this one. Yes, and let me start it. Okay, so first of all, I'm using some kind of color grading. I don't like Adobe colors, but I'm not sure which one I used for that before. I will just start and compare to my previous edit because before it took a little bit more. Yeah. Now it looks much better. But I think I can make it. So let's make it more close and see how we see this one. So if I am not doing HDR photography, I'm always underexposing the sunset images and trying to use the higher f stops like here f11 and ISO 80, shutter speed 500. Okay, so let's try to apply auto and see what's gonna happen. So as you can see, it's now it's like it's correcting its exposure, which is not great thing. I think this is the main challenge which we're gonna handle in this editing. So what am I doing in this kind of editing? I'm usually trying to not to touch. So first of all, I'm applying the auto, which is good, and I'm reverting back the contrast. No, exposure. Yes, and yes, as you can see here, we cannot see anything. However, it would be nice if we adjust shadow in this picture, in this edit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some kind of masking here. So here, what can we add here? I think, let me delete it. Hey, Hitesh.
Hey.
I don't know. Okay. So I think radial. Okay. I think this one should work for me. Yeah. Yeah. So I will explain a little bit to you, Hitesh. So before I edited this picture and by mistake, I deleted it because it copied to another new folder. And when I deleted it, I didn't know that it's deleting the original picture, which I edited. And this is the original one. I mean, edited one. And this is the original one. And I'm trying to make the same editing. Yes, and now I selected this, okay? Okay, this one, okay? And if I invert, it is choosing other places other than this one, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna maybe change, let me make it like this, okay? First of all, we're gonna add a little bit exposure here, okay? One moment, I think we should choose a little bit more spaces. Okay, it's not too much, maybe like this, okay? And if we're gonna add like, if we're gonna add shadows like this, and no, it's too much, maybe like this, right?
I think if you decrease the contrast, you will get some blacks. No, decrease. Yeah.
One moment. Oh, yes. So let me. So let's put it like this, yeah.
Yeah, you have some more gradient which you have done on the left-hand corner, left-hand top corner, the opposite side of the bird. In the image which you have in Instagram.
No, you can also draw, right? You can draw in order to show me.
Yeah. So where is my annotate gone?
Not this one. Cool, right? Not this one. Maybe cool.
Oh, here.
Good.
Oh. So the problem with my Linux machine, if I go to annotate, it turns black. Hold on.
So Doublet, what he says, like you can move the contrast to the left, and then you will have more
blacks.
Flat image, yeah. And the other way, yeah, but you apply like a radio profile to the picture. But another good way to recover from the shadows is applying the Adobe neutral profile. With the neutral profile, you will get a lot of information from the shadows.
Which one did you say?
In Adobe Raw, there, open, and then neutral.
This one.
Yes, and then you can go to the calibration.
Nice.
The last one.
Yes.
And bring the blue, the saturation on the blues, and then you will recover the colors. The saturation to the right. Yeah, until it's good for you. Not 100%, but yeah, you can.
But this looks, this color looks a little bit.
It looks very washed out. I think if you decrease the white.
A white.
Yeah, restore the contrast, because this contrast is also affecting the colors.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. I see what you mean, Rafael.
Okay. I think we can try to delete this one.
Yeah, but this one was for the sun.
Yeah. Yes, because otherwise I cannot manage the exposure and so on. It will be too dark.
Yes. Yeah, there is only one idea. So if you have some of these pictures that you have like and not so many details on the shadow, you can always try with this profile. And yeah, it's the way that you get the most from the dark areas.
Let's 1 moment. Let's think which one is.
Yeah, if you want, you can go to your last edit with
Yeah,
the
I think,
cool.
Yes,
then,
because this colors is a little bit good for my eyes for now. But I think this calibration. 1 moment, let's check it. Calibration is more good now for my eyes. Yeah, this is good. Yeah. What else do you suggest, guys? So here, for example, I really don't remember what did I do here. I think.
Do you want to go in live? Do you want to make this streaming?
But it's live now, right?
No, I mean it's live. It's
It's
live.
recording.
I mean, you want to go in live on YouTube?
No. It's okay.
Okay, but just to know, because otherwise I have to link.
What else? Yes, it's a little bit more open. Let's try to do like. Let me just try to do it like this. This is good now, but exposure is like what's gonna happen. Let me go here and try to make it more bigger like this. No, it's weird now. Yes, I think I did it two more. Maybe I should add one more mask, right? Brush mask here. And for example, if I do like this, and if I do like, no, it will not work as well, I think. Let me compare with my previous edit. Oh my God, I have to bring it down. How to open both at the same time?
Can you only open the image, like your Instagram image in one page, and
what we are missing here, I don't know. It's not the same.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But can I say something?
Yes, you should.
Why you are post-producing this picture? It's so fucking ugly. Respect of what you do with it in general.
I don't know. I just lost it.
Actually, yeah, I mean, it doesn't have a lot. It's
I mean, my grandpa could do it better.
So I can. I think yeah, it's good for now. I think we can continue with you, Hitesh, because I think you have a lot of pictures for.
I mean, I'm really curious to watch your archive, really, because if this is your time wasting on this picture, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what the fuck you have on your drive, on your hard disk?
Yes.
Show us.
Okay. So in January, what I have?
Let's doing a bit of selection together. Let's show us what you have.
the one.
So, for example, I have this one.
Can you go back to the collection?
Yeah, show us everything. Don't show us what you already show us every day.
So there is this lady on the bottom, in the middle, number 32. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, open and check. It's a bit. I mean, you can cut. You can cut in vertical.
Yeah.
Portrait and cut off air and just have a cats.
Yeah.
So I think these pictures, for example, I didn't show you maybe.
Show from 46 and you go on. Okay, just don't go in develop. Just go on library.
Okay.
Just go in library and
yeah, click the space.
No, it's not a space. It's E.
Space. I mean, for me, work with space, but okay.
E.
Just look. Yeah. Okay.
See?
So, wait. Wait a second. Oh my God, dude. This is my notch. This is good.
Yeah, this one is good. Yeah.
This is really good. So click 9 and mark as blue. Click just 9. Blue is 9. Okay.
Wow. Nice.
Okay. Go on. All right. Slowly. This is not bad. But go on.
Go on.
Go on.
No.
This is cropped.
Go on.
No.
So this is the guy, no? This is for example, also it's really good because show the face of him. What you cannot see in the first picture you sent to us, that yeah, it's really cool for sure. There is the smoke and on, but you have seen the fucking face of this guy. It's fucking creepy. This is the win picture.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, next.
This too yellow here.
Yeah, we're gonna edit together, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, next.
On. You can send. You can even upload as a carousel. You know, the first from the first with the smoke and then so on. Okay. Into version, but yeah, the first one is the character. Here you look more serious. You know, more cool. But the real cool face is him face fucking ugly in front of you. The first one.
First one.
Go on. Go. Okay, this also is good. I like that you made this reversed.
Yes, this was the first thing which I think about it.
Okay, click 9 and take it. Go on.
That's all.
Now I want to see not what you select. I want to see how do you import your picture, because I'm sure that when you import your picture, you already start to select.
So how I import? Do you want me to show how I import?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Let's doing because it's better to visualize that.
So at the moment, I don't have image to import, new image.
Okay, so let's doing, for example, let's take Berlin 2022. Okay,
Yeah,
the entire folder as a year. Okay,
yeah.
okay, scroll down with the
I click January.
scroll down in the yeah, privacy. Okay, so this is the one you did in Berlin 2022, so the last week. Okay,
Yeah.
go now on Berlin winter. So for your mental health, not heal, to don't get ill, I would advise you to organize your archive in data. So like 2021, 2022, and then you open 2022, you have a January 2022. And then in January 2022, what you have? Street photography, doing like a journal, and then you put the date you was shooting. So like, for example, 1st January 2022. And then the next time, what is the time you put the picture on the computer? It's the 9 January 2022. Then you open a folder, is 9 2022. In this way, that you get a bit more ordered and you know what you have to edit, what you don't have to edit, and more or less you get an idea what period was. And you don't get crazy, every folder is called the Berlin winter, Berlin street, because then after 10 years, you will have 20 Berlin winter, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
these are just the 1 year ago first started folders. And after that, I continued with the Berlin January and so on. And now I switched to the like Berlin 22 and January, December. So from now, I will continue with
even what I say, January, for example, you have folder there, January is just January, bright, always January 2022, because imagine that you open a hard disk and then you do it a general search, because let's say what happened to me, okay? Then you lose everything and then you have to recover the file, you are fucked.
Yes, because it's a it's the same name. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice idea. Yes.
I mean, I give you my advice because I collect pictures from 15 years.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, for me also hard to organize the pictures in the folders.
In the same way, even as a curator, no, when I work on the magazine, I have to organize in the perfect way, or otherwise I get crazy when I do it to books.
So which one should we start with?
So this one.
So, okay, first of all, let's discuss one thing. I currently, lastly, I learned something. So I learned that for the horizontal pictures, it is nice to have 2 to 3 dimensions, which is the default for our cameras. For example, like maybe this one, like this one, I think. It will not change anything. And I learned that for the vertical, it's a little bit distracting the eyes, so that too many photographers are cropping their vertical images, making them 4 to 3 dimensional.
They do it just because they are to upload on Instagram. That's the point. But I would suggest the first things to don't focus on the crop, because cropping a picture means in a way deleting details that you are not have to consider now to crop, and then to work on the entire picture. Then when you really need, I mean, take like the last chance, no? When your picture is really a shit, then you crop the image. Or when in any case you have to upload the picture on Instagram, you can also automatically crop from Instagram when you are uploading, you know. But having a full format and especially to have like in this case, a bit of space around the subject, the main subject, is a good thing because it helps the spectator to have the focus clear.
Yeah, I see that in this image, so I don't see the need to do a crop. And the other thing that can be relevant is if you are shooting in low light and you crop, then the noise is more visible for the user. So only crop if you feel the need to get a better composition. Okay. But I don't like to crop also. So
It's the
In
best
this
way
case,
go.
I will go directly only to straight the lines, because you see that the lines are a little bit to the left.
For
Yeah,
example,
they are just going a bit on the left side, so then down left side. So then go back on the crop function, so transformation, and just set the angle, make auto, because it's much easier. Yeah, like this, and is everything okay? Don't do it.
No, don't do it. Yeah.
Ah,
You can remove the, yeah, you can clean this part, I think.
yeah.
okay.
So now work on the first things I will suggest you is to keep the white balance. So take the I don't know how to call this.
Yeah, Emiliano, but let's men do it in your way, and then we can lift it
No,
back.
actually, it is better to continue with the suggestions because I'm also learning a lot of things in that way, because this is a better way for all of us.
Yeah, I know, but what I
Let's-
mean, everyone can have like different workflow. So maybe we do the same adjustment in a different order. So it's good to know which is your order, and then we can share how we do the processing. For me, it's the same that for Emiliano. I first get the line straight, and then I go to the white balance. But for you, maybe it's different, but you can have like different reasons to do it in a different way. So that is,
yeah, for me, I don't have, I have usually this kind of orders. First of all, I'm choosing the profile, and for profile, I'm using for usually, not always, these 4 profiles.
Yeah, this is the problem. This is what I was doing with him, is to let jump him out from what you do it usually, because sometimes doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's to the so it's in the white balance. We can start with the auto, okay, and we can play with it in our ways.
But what I would suggest to doing, take the tool there you have for the white color, also for the white balance. Yeah, okay. And just go around the picture, watch how the picture transform. But you have to do that with the navigator open. So I don't know where is your navigator now. Rafael, you are more
yeah, I think that there is good.
Hmm?
I don't know, it's totally, maybe it's not possible, but here what is good is to have the 3 colors, red, green, and blue, very close.
Yeah, what I want to show him is another things, but yeah, you have to go on
Histogram.
Instagram. Yeah, open is no Instagram. No, I want to show him the navigator. I need the navigator. So the preview,
In the left side,
the little window, yeah, in the left side that I don't see.
click the arrow.
The
left,
arrow, yeah. Okay,
Up.
go to a navigator. Open the navigator there on the hub. Okay, upper part. Okay, perfect. Now take the tool of the white balance. Keep this open. Yeah, perfect. And go around the picture and watch the navigator. Then you can see how those color work on the picture if you just set the white balance in a way you want. The point is, yeah, for sure, if you want to have a picture is clearly really good, that you go and set your white balance with the white. But the point here is not to set the white because we want a picture like a bird watcher, because we are not shooting at animal. But we want in a way to find your own style, okay, without using always the preset. So
yes,
in this case,
yeah, this is for example good for me because I didn't know that before.
Yeah,
I didn't know the navigator, but yeah, one thing, the white balance is usually neutral gray, so gray at 18%.
18%, yeah.
Is the reference.
The background. You can buy the background for the studio, 18% to have that.
What do you mean? I didn't get you, Rafael.
Yes,
you have to click the gray 18%, so it's almost white. It's not really white. So in this case, is in the.
So how many kelvins will that be? Like 5600 or 6300?
I didn't got the question.
No, the white balance which you guys are talking about. So right now it is set to 7500.
75. No, depends on the image. The thing is, like, the tool is looking for the neutral gray in the
Oh,
image.
neutral gray. Yeah.
So if you see like a lot of clouds in the sky, and then the bottom part of the cloud should be the natural gray at 18%.
Okay.
So you can calibrate there. But when you use like a color card to calibrate the color in your pictures,
okay.
you pick with the white balance tools on the neutral gray to have the more realistic colors, let's say.
Okay. So right now I think the road is the best option because it's almost gray, or the pole, the breach pole.
But in this case, we are not searching the white, but we are searching what he feel comfortable, the color he like. So in this case, it's more creative. What I'm trying to let him understand, because the point is usually use a profile of color directly on the editing without thinking a lot about the entire perspective of every picture. So just click on the one you like, and then we go on, and I show you other technique to get what you're doing usually, but to also understand that every picture working a different way.
Yeah, I think I just choose it right.
Yeah, that there is okay. I think.
I mean, it's almost 300 less, but I think it's good.
So now what do you think? What do you think is missed in this picture? What you think is absolutely you have to do it?
So
I think a little more saturation.
Itesh, he's doing the toilet, not you. Let's wait a second. Let me think.
Okay, sorry, I'll go mute.
What I gonna do? I gonna maybe reduce the hue of the red color, maybe, because it's a little bit more noticeable, this one. Then what I gonna do more? I don't know, actually.
So yeah, you have to work on the tone, no? So you have to work on exposure, contrast, highlight, shadows, white, and so on.
Yes, actually, I'm starting for this one with auto, and after that, I'm adjusting for my eyes.
Okay, so let's see what the auto gives to you.
Okay.
So the auto chooses to give you the shadows more lighted. That in a way is interesting, but in another way is not, because the highlight on the back of the subject are so fucking higher, but you need a bit of highlight on the jacket of the woman or man, I don't know who is.
Yeah, but one thing there, I don't know if you follow the same, but one thing that is distracting for me in the picture is the arm of the guy that is coated there.
Yeah, this is something we can just easily remove later.
Okay.
What do you mean, Rafael? I didn't get it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can paint or no.
You can paint. It's always better to paint when you are.
There is an option called annotate on view options. Go to annotate, Rafael.
Yeah, I am looking there.
You mean this one, right?
Yes, this part here.
Okay, let's first remove this one. So I think it's in
this one, yeah.
Okay, and it's a healing, right?
Yeah, I can work with the healing, I hope.
Doing first the upper part.
Yes, because it's too much, I think.
Yeah, that's why. First
So,
the upper part or the down part, choose which you want. In base of the stop.
No. Stop in the line of the street.
The line of the street, yeah.
okay, then let me make it bigger.
Yeah. So can I wait how to do it here?
Okay. Yes, I think I will go it until here, right?
A bit more.
I think I got what you mean now. So I can get it from here, right?
Yeah, actually, because you can select until the line and then move down a little bit to align the line of the part that you are taking the information with the, no, in the other way around. So paint until the line of the street, the bottom line. Remove this selection.
Okay, I just removed it, right? Yes.
And then select again there. Can be a bit bigger if you want, but yeah. A bit more, more to the left. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
And then move this part up. No, a bit down. A bit more, align the lines. Yeah, up. See?
Okay.
And maybe there the cloning works better.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. You need to check.
Yes.
Emiliano is the expert in this part. Maybe you need to, but this one is good.
Yes, this one. Yes, this one looks very good, huh? Okay, cool.
And then you can go and do the same. Yeah.
I'm searching for the tools to use to indicate him stuff on the screen. You know, like you did now, Rafael.
Yeah, you need to go in the top
View
menu,
options.
view options, and then you can see the.
Where you see it says you are viewing Dove's screen, there is an option called view options, and then you'll see an option called annotate.
Yeah, I know, but usually I always have it, but now I don't have anymore.
Maybe if you have multiple screens, then.
Yeah, I found. Yeah, good. Okay. You can see my mouse.
Yeah, go until the line. It's okay. This part is the same.
Yeah.
You can go up until the white line, more or less.
Hello, Krishna.
Yeah, until here. On this.
Hi.
Correct the lines. You can move it a bit down.
Yeah. Just take this. Take this.
Yes.
Take the
No,
dot.
the other one. That
dot,
one.
dot.
Down, a bit down.
This one.
Right.
Yeah.
A bit down like this?
Yeah, go a bit down.
Up. No, in this case it's up, I think. No?
No, yes, to
Yeah,
form.
there is a line.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Up. Yep.
Oh, but yeah,
Up.
you can even zoom a bit more because this is the diagonal you have to fix better. So zoom in.
Yeah, if the diagonal is too fucked up, you can delete it as well. And
Yeah,
then,
you can maybe completely delete the diagonal. Yeah, it's better.
yeah.
Or
I
you
think
get great.
deletion will be easier. So let's first delete all of them. Okay.
Yeah, but okay, then you need to crop the, okay, go. And the black as well. You can move, remove the jacket of the guy as well. It's okay.
Okay, got it. I think this one looks good, right?
No. Align in
No.
the same.
This is a shit.
Go up. Up.
Yep. Perfect.
There. A bit down. Man, follow the lines on the street. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to make those symmetrical. I mean, in parallel.
Yeah.
Hey, nice. But there is a little bit one thing.
Yeah. Don't worry. You can heal this part later.
Okay. And now do it good street.
I think it's better you write in Italian, Emiliano.
What happened?
Why can't we, just crop the image a little? It's just a few
good.
inches.
There is good. And then, no, man, it was good, but it's okay. And then good.
Which one? This one? No.
No. use the up.
Up, go up. It has to be parallel, Dublin. Yeah, little up. Yep. Perfect.
There, yeah, and then heal the white line that is missing there. With the healing tool, will be more easy because you don't need to align. And then this part that roll back.
What did I do? One moment.
I think you removed one.
Yeah, roll back. Ah, no.
Yes. Now it's okay.
Yeah, a new one now that to fix the
Healing.
yes, and then this part only. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's good. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's okay.
there's Photoshop, but I think it's good. No, unless somebody will zoom in.
Yeah, exactly. See, perfect.
Yeah, it's good.
Looks like a very Berlin road, so it doesn't matter.
And then you can add a bit of vignette in there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so go on. Yeah, for me, as Emiliano say, I will apply, in my opinion, subject AI mask, the new one, invert the mask, and reduce the exposure on the, invert, and then exposure down a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, until it's good for you. There, I think that is okay, okay-ish. I don't see the number. Wait.
This is good.
Yes.
A little contrast increase. Maybe it'll hide the edits.
No, but no, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll hide
skip
out.
it because this is the layer only. I think that you can skip it there, done, and you are done with this.
I think yes.
Done in the mask.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can reduce the highlights a bit as well.
Yes, it's actually a good idea because yes, I think.
But not at 100% until it's not burned.
Yeah. Okay, this is good.
Maybe too much, but it's okay. Done.
It's a little too much. I think 50.
50, 40 maybe.
Yeah, 50, 40. 40.
40 is better, I think. Before and after?
Yeah, the thing before, after. You can't show that side by side?
No, I can't. Yes.
Emiliano ने सस्ता माल मारा है.
Yes.
And what is next, Emiliano?
So, what is next? I will do it here. For example, I would not doing auto tone, but I would play a bit. I mean, the point, I think the post-production point is to play. More you play, more you learn how many picture work in a different way. Then we want to destroy, I mean, the main color, we can do it, but let's start to make a bit. Now, for example, I would work, I would put a bit down exposure, a bit down the contrast. I will do it like this. Wait a second. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave it.
I will put down a bit contrast like this, and I would work with the highlight.
I always like it.
Okay. So down the white and a bit down the black. Then the exposure I will keep there, and I will do it like this and this. Or sometimes I work with the clarity. When there is a face, I try to put a bit down. When there is subject like this, I don't want to go more than 2, maximum 5. This is just to give a bit of more sharpness. Then I will go in the curve because I always work in both way, and I will do it. I don't know, this working a different way like me. So what I do it usually is just to put a bit higher this and down this and down the highlight to keep this retro mood.
Yes,
Nothing
this is good.
in this nothing changed really, but when you go then on color grading, that's look totally different from what is mine. But a second, how to doing I don't know.
No, because you are the tool that you are looking for is HSL.
Maybe
That one.
no,
Yeah.
it's not this, it's color grading, but yeah, I have in a different way, but it's okay. I manage like it is. So here you can control what you already do it usually, and playing a bit with that. So you, if I remember good, you like more like this, and then you like to play with the bit of green and yellow, right? Tell me, Dolet.
Yeah, for me, green and red. I would prefer a green and red if possible.
I want just
Yellowish.
if we can work in a way like to put down and higher, then to don't make this clearly, editing, but to just give the tone to the image we want. Don't make too much this impression. And then in the HSL color, give me all. Okay, here usually I play a lot, but before to doing that, I also play a lot with the calibration, okay? Because here you can do it most of the work, because when you change then everything before, so HSL, color grading and so on, and then you go here, you change completely the picture, because this is start to be really sensible to the color you change, you do it. So
This one I really like, for example. No, not this one.
wait, because the connection, I get the image after the action I do it.
Yeah, this is very good.
The only things I want to do it, I want to then go back here and play a bit with this to the entire picture. So this is, for example, what I will do it, but then I will go back on mask them and work a bit on the light here, because let me check if I can do it to these things. So just giving not too much, don't go too much.
Vignetting. Okay.
Just a bit, just to help always the person watch your picture to focus to where you want.
Okay.
So it has to be almost invisible, has to be a perspection. Go here. So for me, it's yeah, it's okay. Work. It's not, for sure. It's not a picture you need a lot of post production. But if you wanna then, for example, save this preset and to don't use always, also in the difficult part to use the preset, okay? What I would advise is that just show you, then you can do it by yourself.
Yes.
I will don't click this. Don't click this or this. Yeah, the only things that you can easily go back. This, ciao, 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 ciao. Okay, and I will save it like this. Then you have just the tone, and then you can divide your preset in base of the tone you want to give. So green, yellow, 1%, green, yellow, 2%. Then you do it red, blue, or what else you want.
Okay.
Okay, in this way you can keep easily the tone, but regulate always the tone, so exposure, contrast, highlight, and so on, in base of the picture requirement, because every picture is different in that.
Yeah, I want to experiment. I don't know how to take the control of the key here. Yeah, request here.
Okay.
So I want to do some experiment here. I have the no.
No, you don't have the control. You have to go click on option view and ask the control remote.
He also asked something.
Use the control. Wait. I am having the keyboard, right?
I think you have remote control. You'll have keyboard and mouse both.
Mouse, both, yeah.
Yeah, but I cannot. I am moving the mouse here. So
If Emiliano is connected, then we'll have
I'm
to.
not connected. I'm not connected.
Yeah, you are connected.
Oh,
you need to stop, Emiliano. The
Emiliano, you need to stop.
what? I'm waiting you. I stopped my control. I'm writing the text.
So, Rafael, you're not able to access the mouse?
is request remote control, right?
Yeah.
Do it, man.
I requested.
So Dolet, now it's your time to give him the access.
I gave it.
Yeah, and you have it, Rafael.
Okay, let's see. So one thing that I want to try here, maybe it doesn't.
Maybe you can see this copy for him, and then yeah, you can make your edit.
One moment, Rafael. Let me just snapshot it, okay? Then we can continue.
Okay. Yeah, I can do it. Don't worry.
Okay, please. Just
So this is Emiliano.
yes.
Emiliana.
Yeah.
Emiliana.
Because I really like the current.
Oh, thank you a lot. So you want to pay me 200 euro for a workshop, Dolet?
So one thing that I want to try is this one.
Yeah.
This first plane, I want to bring a little bit the texture there.
Yeah, because this Lightroom is more new. I didn't update mine, and so then I don't know where they are the function anymore.
The selection is not so good, but yeah, let's see. I only want to move a little bit this part. So bring the texture of the street.
Okay. You want to see how it's gonna look like?
Yeah, I will like, so not until 100%, but I don't know if you can see. It's not so.
But currently you are adding texture, right?
Yes, but only in this part here.
Okay.
So maybe
Anyway, I just want to go to make a shower, then I come back. But you are allowed to share the screen to edit all together the same time. You can
and I want to do another one here, maybe. This is more far, so let's try to, yeah, let me subtract the subject. It's just an experiment. Let's see.
So it's subtracting the subjects. Okay, nice. I didn't know that as well. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, but I don't know if to give more. So let me see before and after.
But are the heads are also selected?
No, the haze no clarity only. To maybe the contrast can be down a little bit. So that will look like far away. Yeah, maybe I prefer to do the gradient in this way. So the vignetting, maybe. Oh, shit. Why? So I can go here. And just a little bit. Because it's already dark there. Yeah, for me like this, I don't know if we can compare between this and the snapshot, but I want to bring the attention to the, main subject there.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that I can do it because I can do this.
Yes.
So it's not too much, but
yes.
yeah, you can adjust. It's something that I usually do with my pictures when I want to bring the attention to the main subject a bit more, and then this first plane, because when you see with your eyes, it's the same.
Yes.
You have more details in the closer objects, or planes. And then when it's far, even you can do like multiple, again, what is the name of the sheet? The linear gradient.
Yeah.
So to give the feeling of the background is more far away. I don't know. Because it's the same for the eyes. When you see like something that is really far, it's not so crispy or sharp.
What do you mean? Could you repeat the latest one, Rafael?
Yeah. I think that sometimes I like to add this negative clarity, maybe in the background layers.
Yes.
Because give you the feeling that the scenes are far away, because you cannot see all the details there.
I'm actually using the same. So in my last edit, I did a little bit for background, and it is showing that I'm not increasing the clarity of the subject, but decreasing the background of objects. So I'm also doing this. Is a very good idea, actually.
Mm-hmm. And see, the first plane with the more texture, like is like bringing up, at least for me.
Yeah. This is a good idea, actually.
So go on.
I think let me just to be honestly for the first time not for the first time, but after a long time, I liked one more editing only with Adobe Color, because I was always using the sign colors and sign grading, which is giving me more cinematic colors. But this one is looks very vintage, and it has green and red colors, which I really like. Maybe I will try to play a little bit with the HSL later. Try to play with these colors, but I think they are also good because this back is very interesting and it's getting more attention with this color. Yeah, I think it's also good. I don't know. Just I want to see what's gonna happen if I gonna make it 4 and 3, because this is really important for me. Emiliano, I know, didn't like this idea, but
yeah, but there is not too much space.
Yes, I
try.
Now I see it. Yes, I see it. Yes, I see. There is no much space. Yeah, it won't be nice for this one.
You lose totally the effect of the picture because
yes, I see it here. So, for example, let's suppose that we are done for this one, and what I'm gonna do, so before like posting, I am, for example, printing in this way. So let's go until the end for this one.
This is your choice. for your Instagram style. I usually disagree a lot because when I especially repost picture on BerlinExplorer page, it's really annoying to have this frame white there, because then in the story doesn't fit at all,
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, many people doing that. I prefer to don't do it for two reasons. First, because of what I said already. Second, because you can even reserve the entire picture for another different view. So then to use in your portfolio, so in a website is different because you can use the full frame.
Yes.
And on Instagram, just to always give a preview,
This is like a preview. This is gonna be right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's in a way, it's what you are doing is unconsciously is to detain the vision. You set the vision in the way you want. So the frames started to be used in the lately 90, so 900. When the photographer, if I remember good, the story was Lee Freelander started to use frames to say this is my shoot, and I don't want that other newspaper or so on crop it, so to reserve that.
Yes. So for me, I had one moment. I had a very difficulty when I was trying to edit this one. Why? Because it has a lot of colors in the background, and I had a very difficulties. What do you think if we will continue with this one?
Just say mine, and then really I go to make shower then. And I would say first of all, here you can crop as a sense, because then to move just the subject a bit more in the center. Then after that, don't crop like this. Don't crop like this, please.
Okay.
So
Crop the top, not the bottom.
crop first. So the bottom is good. The only things you have to do it is to allow me to take the control for a second.
Yes, you have it.
Okay, so just as a shot, okay? The only things you have to do it, you need him more in the center. So just like this, that's it.
Ah, okay.
So you have more in the center. And then what you have to do it, Rafael can explain you that to put this, the saturation out of the background, and a bit more probably darker, and then you have the in the studio you have the light on him, and then everything behind is more
Darker. Yes.
have fun.
Okay. So should I continue, or will you continue with this?
Go.
Okay. So I'm selecting like a subject. Okay. And I'm inverting this. Okay. And for the background, I'm reducing the clarity, right? A little bit.
No, I keep the clarity to the end. I think that you can now reduce a little bit the exposure here.
What should I reduce? Exposure. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
A bit, only a bit, because I like to add the vignetting with the radial gradient as well, because it's more soft going to the center. So this one minus 40 should be okay. 30, 35, 40, more or less.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And saturation.
Yeah, I think that is okay. There it's okay. You can move the clarity if you want a little bit, but only a bit.
Okay, like this.
Yeah, because maybe it's good for you to reduce the clarity. No. Put clarity to 0, and we will see later.
Okay.
Done. Yeah, you are finished with this layer, I think.
Ah, okay.
So now it's yours. See, now the guys pop up.
Yes. So, okay. For example, I think
looks a little like 3D, or like, how do you call it? maybe a little.
Yeah, to be honest, in this one, for example, if we come to the image which I come, this is also a little bit similar to this. It's also like you are mentioning, it's like a 3D. What did I do? I added contrast, white, a little bit texture, clarity. I played a lot actually. I removed the saturation. Yes, yes, which is not super cool. Yeah, and I also didn't like the colors in background because they're a little bit like interrupting my eyes currently. What do you think, Hitesh or Rafael? It's this blue is not good, right? This blue and red, this line.
Yeah, let's go back to the layer, select the guy, the background, and then the exposure, move it to 25, maybe, or 30.
Okay.
Yeah, there is okay. And then saturation,
Yes.
down a bit, but just a bit. No, it's too much.
Okay.
Like -8, for example.
Oh, but it's
-10.
Okay.
Okay, then one thing that I like to do in the beginning is go to the details. Details tab. So you can close this layer. Done.
Okay. Yeah, I
details.
did. Yes.
And then press the Option key.
Did it? Yes.
And move the masking up to 70, more or less. The masking slider.
One moment. Yes. To the
Yeah, that one. Go. This is the focus area, the sharpening. So I only want sharp the guy. A bit more can be, maybe. 72, 70. Yeah, there is okay. So then, see, it's a little bit more soft. Now move the amount to 50 or 60. $55 should be more or less okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you have in the, press the Option key again and move the masking with the Option key.
Masking to which direction?
No, I only want to show you. Press Option and move. So wait, the white areas is where your image is sharp. So you don't want sharpness in the skin of the guy, for example, only in these lines. So you keep white the areas that you want to focus a lot. When you want more details, for me, it's always more or less between 60 and 70. But yeah, depends on the image and the lens that you use and so on. 65 is okay for me.
Yeah, this is good. I get it actually. Yes, I get it.
Then yeah, then it's like applying negative clarity to the image. But then will be more strong, the clarity slider. So you can move this slider now to -10, more or less. And you will get more softer look, but you will retain the sharpness in the details that you selected with the masking.
Yeah.
And yeah, go on.
And maybe highlight, right? Wait a little bit, like this one, this one maybe, right? Exposure, we don't need it. Maybe whites, like this. And
yeah, but these controls are affecting the guy as well.
Sorry?
So I don't know if it's not.
You're doing
okay
it
for
the whole
you.
image. You have to do it at this layer, right?
I didn't get you guys at all.
Yeah, that I mean that these controls are affecting the whole image. Maybe if you go.
Yes. We can. So you mean we can do this only for this?
Or for the background, depends, because sometimes you have like a strong highlights in the background, but the subject is well exposed, you know?
Yes, so let me, yeah, actually, this is a good idea. So let me first control the subject, okay? Then we can, this is okay. So let's control the subject and we will go to the background.
Yeah.
Subject is like, okay, for example, you see this a little bit white, like this one is good, right? So this one.
Yeah.
This one is good, for example. So let's go with contrast.
No, it's too flat.
No, I mean, I know. I'm just playing which one is to my. No, I think a 0 is good for here. Yeah. So yeah, let's just go to this one and this selected. Okay, and like reduce the highlights like this. It's like this one. And whites like this one. Now it's a little bit more pop-up, this guy, like 3D.
Yeah, maybe it's too much. You can, when I am applying this and I already reduce the exposure, I don't like to go too hard with the highlights and whites. But what Emiliano say is totally valid. When you shoot with a flash, you get the exposure that you want in the without the flash for the background, and then you adjust the flash to the main subject.
Yes.
And it's normal that the subject is like pop up, you know, in the image, because if you are shooting with flash, you are giving the light only in the first plane. So I think that for me it's not so creepy like this. I will add a radial gradient there, as I did before. So okay. Yeah, add a new one. And then paint in the middle using the center, the paint there.
Like this, okay? Is it okay now?
Yeah, but increase a little bit in the middle. No. The
small one. Yeah.
The small circle, yeah. With the bottom, no.
Yeah, I think
you have a selector, yeah, there, up or down, yeah. No.
Okay, got it. This
yes.
one?
Invert the mask.
Yeah, okay.
And move the mask up until the face of the guy, yeah.
Okay, this
like
one.
This, yes. And then reduce a little bit the exposure.
Got it. Yeah.
And feather like 70. Feather, the radial gradient, you have a control. Yeah, a little bit more, 60, maybe 70.
How it is affecting?
Yes, of course. It's the area that, so higher is more transition.
Yes. I got it now.
Yeah.
This car looks good, huh?
Yeah, it looks good to me like this. But yeah, you are the guy.
So I think, for example, in the previous one, I liked the color combination of the red and green, right? But here, for example, our edit is good, but I didn't like the color combination here. So what kind of color grading should we apply? Okay.
Yeah,
so,
one thing maybe that works for this picture, I don't know, you can try it in the curve, is to have like more matte blacks, you know?
What do you mean?
Open the tone.
I got you. Okay. So
yeah, there in the black areas, yeah, luminosity is okay. But you can move, let me see, this one a bit up. A bit, only a bit. Just play until, but here in the corner, you know, because these are the blacks. So
Yes.
blacks and shadows, you know, no midtones, highlights is the same.
Actually,
So,
I can do one thing. It's Emiliano's was good, right? So we can copy this.
okay, but I don't know if this, yeah.
Ah, wait. You reverted this. One moment. Copy channel settings. Okay, and pass channel settings. Yeah, it's like this.
Mhm.
And I still didn't like this RL letter, you know. This,
Yeah, reduce the saturation for the background layer.
but we did it, and it looked a little bit.
A bit more.
Did you add vignetting? Vignetting,
Yes.
actually.
We did it via adding the radiant selection.
Radial, yeah, radial filter.
Is there like so
Yeah,
in
yeah, but
back-
go
in-
to the radial filter. So move a little bit. It's too hard to here, more or less 20, 25.
What do you mean? Ah, okay. You got you think it's
Yeah, like this, and then go to the field to this one,
okay.
and yeah, move a little bit the highlights to see,
Highlights.
or clarity. No, move the clarity because the highlight doesn't work.
Yes, you. No.
No. Okay, then move the contrast into the negative side.
Yes, this is also a little bit like this. Maybe we should go with the HSL.
Yeah, but HSL will change the colors.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, go.
Match them.
Yeah, but do it in the layer because I think that the guy is totally okay.
But
or not.
One moment.
So another thing that we can try is going to the layer.
Okay, I have a
play.
question. So in the layer, can I change the like HSL manually as in general? I cannot do this, right?
Yeah, use fine here, but try first with this.
Okay.
Going to the left side with the white, yes, white balance.
No, I think this is more a little bit.
No, this pop up too much.
Yeah.
And if I go with this one, I will go like not too hard because it's too visible. No, this one, no.
I know. I'm just trying
playing around. Use fine adjustment. I don't know but I think that is related with the saturation.
Yeah, saturation. We already.
No, but this check here to see what happened.
This is, for example,
in the checkbox. In the checkbox, or the use fine adjustment.
Okay. Got it.
Select the checkbox. Yeah.
Fuck, it's the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go and play there. You have the hue as well, if you can to change the tonality.
But this hue is not more good, right? Because you can just actually this is better, huh? In this side. Wait. This side is better, huh? Right side.
Yeah, depends on your preference.
Because this red is not good, but this one is good, and blue is also good.
Yeah.
I still feel the background, that ARE thing is a little distracting. It's actually taking away the focus point from his face into that particular
Yes,
background.
yes, it is actually. Other all things are good. AR, what?
Yeah.
Do you think that it will be possible to remove it?
No, so
No,
that's
no,
what
I
I
say
was.
that-
That's what I was asking. I mean, in Darktable we have an option called Haze, if I'm not wrong. So if you like if you can remove or add more like Haze Removal, so you can add strength, like you can have the image a little more wide in the gradient selector which you have for background. So make it like a little blurred out, a little washed out, so it's not very easy to identify, kind of. I don't know how to put it out, but I mean that's something which I thought of.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, let me try, because here the dehaze is, I think that can be something similar.
Could
Let
you-
me try once in there. I don't know if I will.
Control, Rafael? Yeah.
Yes. So let's do the. And let's try, because it's this area, so we can do like a brush. Let's try only here, right?
Yes, yes.
What is to, there is a delay, And then, wait, what is the luminosity mask?
What do you mean?
Wait. I am trying to find, because here is different. I don't remember. I think that is the first. Yeah, fuck. So let me
luminance range option.
Yes.
Okay.
But I want to
draw mask.
Yeah, I need to add a new mask. I want to zoom. This with I think that I was in the right direction with the brush. Fuck, I delete the fucking snapshot. So I want to delete this first. Why is not displaying the?
I think there is a delay.
Yeah, new brush, this one, and then I can select this area and then add. Nice. Fuck, it's not applied to this.
It's selected the whole image.
Yes. Yeah, because this one affects the whole image. So let me try to remove the mask. So brush, and now I can paint here. And add. Should work, right? Fuck, no, it's affecting the whole image.
Yes.
Yeah, invert. If you invert it,
could you click invert here? Yes. Yes. Now it should work.
Yeah, now it works. Yeah, nice.
Oh wow,
no.
Let's go. Could you do from like now it's
no, because I want to select the highlight. So the idea is to select this range here.
But why you don't just paint all the background and that's it?
No, but I think that works. Let me try. Yeah, let me try one thing. No, it's affecting the whole image. What the fuck?
That's what I said. Just paint around the subject and that's everything okay.
No, but we only want to change this part here.
Okay, so then affect, that's only that part. So
yeah, but
delete this mask, doing the mask only on the RN
You are saying that why don't we do only brush on for this area, right?
Just a brush.
Yes, yes. We can delete and just add a brush and paint this area.
You paint with the mask and then you do it what you have to do it. I mean, I don't know what you want to do.
Wait a minute. Let me try this.
You'll have to revert.
Back.
You'll have to revert first. Yeah. Yeah.
And now? No, doesn't work like this. I know that there is an intersect, but I don't know how it works. Yeah, what Emiliano says is this one.
One moment. I don't think so.
Yeah, this selection, right? But here we already reduce the exposure.
No, I think okay.
Go.
I think he means like one moment. For example, we can add one more mask with like a brush, and we can just paint this area, right? And we can just do whatever we want to do with this one. Am I right, Emiliano? For example, we can reduce it like this.
No.
Yeah, that was the thing that I was trying to do, but then you will get more than this area. See, you're painting outside of the thingy. That is why I tried to do the luminosity mask to reduce only to the highlights.
Ah, yeah, got you.
What I mean is just, yeah, but in this way, it's clearly that the light there is removed in this way, because the one on the left side is more luminescent. But what I will do it is, give me the control. Okay, so what I will do it is to paint. I cannot see the mask. May overlay. Okay, so paint the entire cheeky chaco here. I'll put this a bit more higher. Yeah, bigger. Hey, I said bigger, not so bigger.
But you can, we already...
Yeah, we have this selection already.
Okay, so why I'm doing that? How to do in now?
One moment. Give me 1 moment. Stop.
Yeah, it's okay. Invert. Okay, perfect. So then, don't show me the fucking overlay. Just put down the exposure.
Emiliano, could you delete mask 3? Otherwise, it's like overlapping it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just I put like this, okay? Let me see without anything. So this is the point, no? So put the contrast down. Let's put the white down, the shadow down, and the highlight a bit down. I think it's okay like this. We don't have to do too much. The maximum we can do is just to put a bit down more the saturation, or to work a bit more in another color is giving a contrast to the images.
We add dehaze.
Like this, for example, let's say like this is too much. Yeah, like this. It's okay. So the focus on this is not anymore because this is on highlight, but what you have to do now then is to work on the subject you have here in front then. That's what I was saying before. So going out from the mask and working on the subject, and this then we find this double layer. Only when you have the control edited on the both layers. So first layer, second layer.
Yeah, I got it.
But yeah, how to go away from the mask here?
Done. In
Right.
the button.
In the button.
Yeah.
Okay. In the button. Button. Okay, so just go on this, then work on the entire image. What we did
Okay,
now?
this is good, for example.
What we did now, we had to do it before, I think, and we had to doing after the entire editing, because now will be clearly post-producted. So
Okay.
it's really difficult to keep a good
Okay,
white.
it's on the left hand side near his elbow.
And this is the one shooted with the 10,000 ISO, right?
Yes. Yeah,
It's clearly pixel-led.
but still good.
Yeah, it's still good. It's still good.
Yeah, it's very clean.
I actually did a mistake here. I took it with f2 instead of f1.4. I did a very big mistake. I realized it later.
And this is the point why I see the subject is like cutted totally out from the word.
No, but it's it's really good for 10,000, really.
I know for 10,000 it's really good, but the point is it's really difficult to work on this picture. This is something I will not doing, for example, on Lightroom for this kind of picture. I will do work on Photoshop because here needs a bit of photo merge.
Yes, I think I will start using Photoshop as well.
It's really difficult to manage the fucking curve with the remote control. Now I want to delete this fucking.
What did you do with my Lightroom, Emiliano?
What the fuck?
You deleted.
I didn't want to delete the fucking. I wanted to delete the.
Oh
You
man,
deleted the image.
I wanted the curve point.
But this is a different image.
Yeah, now wait a second. I'm going back. It's the remote control is having issue.
I think you'll have to go one more image back. We had 4 images.
I don't know how many I'm doing. Back. Okay.
yes, this one.
Okay. I want to remove this fucking point here. Not easy to use in the remote control because the screen is then much more little than normal. Okay, so I would work in this case to exposure to work on HSL, so on the light of the color to come out with the subject, because it's really difficult to work with tone for that. And the red is really clear. It's really cool. The guy is a bit a zombie. So let's give us a bit of tone to this guy, otherwise he die.
I really like your editing, Emiliano. You should do more workshop with us. After 1-2 months, I will be very good in it.
My editing right now are much less than what I was doing when I was more young.
Yeah,
When I was 17, 18, I was doing photo manipulation.
this is very good, man. Really.
Photo merge, a lot of photo merge I was doing when I was young.
This is really good.
Here it's not good. Oh, give me a right things. Come on, man. Okay, let me see how do you work on that. Hey. Che ciacco dentro al pacco.
At the moment, I think we have a little bit more highlight on the subject as well. What do you think?
This is something we will go to put down later on the second check. I will do the second check of the exposure, and then it's just I want to try to find the right balance with everything. Detail, okay. So let's put a bit on noise reduction then, because it's I mean, for me from the zoom it's clearly, I don't know if it's clearly in front of you.
Yeah, got it.
No, this I don't give a fuck.
I think in transfer, in effects, yeah.
If I already did it, it's here, noise reduction.
Yeah.
Down. I want to just always put a bit of our little bit of vignette. This case work, and then we go in calibration. So here the green is clearly, so just a bit down, guy. See the difference? So let's put, thank you to understand what I'm doing. This down, this a bit higher, and this just go down. So now we go back here. The highlight has to go like this, and the shadow a bit like this. Now the point is, I think is too much black, so the contrast has to be a bit down.
Yes, contrast.
Exposure like this, the highlight go down still. I want to put a bit down this. And this, now I touch something really difficult. So I don't want blue, I want to.
This is okay. This is good.
And then let's do too much. Where you go? It's okay. 23 was good. Okay, so what I will do it now is
Increase a little bit highlight of the background, right?
yeah, I want to just
Because it's a little bit darker.
I want to find just to put RN in the right position, and then so the exposure is okay. We can a bit like this.
A little bit more.
Wait a second, because I want to put down the color here. This go a bit more down. Wait, down you have to go. But what is the I don't know. But what I see from Zoom is okay like this. I mean, what I will do it is for sure to open this image in Photoshop and continue to work, but on the light tone. Because on Photoshop you can have better the control of every tone, and yeah, the tools are different. You can draw a bit on the picture, on especially here, for example, on the side of the guy. No, I will work a bit.
Yeah.
Open Photoshop, Command E.
But he has a Photoshop. I don't know if he has.
Yeah, I have. Do you want me to open it?
I don't know. I made the command D. I don't know if I read something.
It actually showed the XF info.
So do it by yourself.
It's not working.
You have an option to right click, open in Photoshop.
One moment. I'm Googling now.
Googling.
Is Command E should work on top of the image? Just press Command E, the edit.
Oh,
Command edit.
something else happened.
One moment. Yes, it is opening.
But I don't know, I mean, something changed in their image, Daulad. It became a little bright.
So I just go to put some stuff on my body.
One moment. Do you think that I did something? One
Yeah,
moment.
because it was a little dark. Now it's become a little like the base curve has changed or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I click auto by mistake. Oh my God. Thank you, Hitesh. Otherwise, we're gonna. Yes, we are in a Photoshop now. You haven't shared cloud documents? What does it mean?
I think you'll have to go to new.
No, it should open the same file, I think, right, Rafael?
Yes, just go back to Lightroom and Command E.
Okay.
Do you have the raw file there in the?
Yeah, I have it. No, it's not this one. I have it, yeah. Why
us
couldn't we
something
edit
that's
it? Because Adobe Photoshop couldn't be launched.
okay.
Okay. Okay, never mind. But I have a one.
Let's do
I
it.
have.
I think the only things you have to do it here is just to work a bit with the shades, like Rafael did before with the other picture. So to make in a way a bit more soft, you know, that's it. But I think work like that.
What is this? What's going on? It's fading. Yeah.
He's compromised.
Yeah. Oh my God, what's going on?
You fucked something up, Emiliano.
I didn't fuck anything.
So I have a one question regarding to this editing. So
Just another thing, sorry, before you say, just another thing. When you then, yeah, it's open now. You see, it was happening that it just was waiting my voice to open.
You unfucked it.
Anyway,
You have a scene still action there.
You mean I have it?
the action,
Yes.
yeah, you have it, yeah.
Yes. Sign still actions. Yeah, I have it. But I forgot how to do it. I did it maybe 3 months ago.
Just click on one and click play. That's it.
For example,
For
Don't
example,
scroll up the base layer. Just Command G, J, fuck.
Y.
Duplicate the layer.
what are you?
One and click play. It's just easier. No, click on the entire things without open. Like for example, red glow mask.
Okay.
Duplicate.
Look, Amore. Can I do it easily?
I gave it. Yeah.
So just move this and duplicate. Then choose an action. I don't know. I take light leak 7 and play. And wait for the process.
So what are these actions?
Practically present. So the entire system is recorded in base of what you're doing, and then the computer doing for you. That's it. Now, I don't know what happened here. There is still this shit of Rafael in red.
Shit off, Rafael.
Yeah, it is another fucking point. So sometimes you have to also set in base of how they recorded the action. It's a bit, I think, annoying. But I don't know. This is the auto red glow, for example. I'm just doing this, and then we go back. the original image. So now we have this red glow. Okay.
Yeah, we see it.
That is a sheet.
Yes.
Yeah, red flare. Yes, different things, but yeah, I
It's
don't know.
good when you are playing with the lights, you can throw it like sign still.
Yeah, but you can do it this also. I mean, you can personalize yourself these things. It's really easier. I mean, I can show you then, not now, but next time, how to do it with texture, create flares, save the flares from other picture you do it, and yeah, put on.
Wow.
I mean, it's a process I don't use anymore because it take always a long time every picture.
Long time.
I don't give a fuck anymore if my picture look amazing or not. I mean, once I did it, I go on to the next. So, but yeah, in this case, for example, here I will do it something like working on the light. Let's I don't you want it. I know you want it. Good time, your mother. Good time. Da-da-do-do-do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Grab my hand. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Dee-dee-dee-do-da-da. Much yellow, man. Yes. Here we go, RGB. That's we give a bit of the effect of film roll. Then I will say, let's doing like this. And I'll show you things. Let's go in other. I pass. Find the right radius pixel. So much. Wait. Put like this. Then put stop light. Then go down with opacity a lot, just a bit, and then what else doing in the same things? Noise, Gaussian amount, monochromatic. So it's just 7%. But wait a second, where is the window? Yeah. Come here, man. Yeah, perfect. And then I will start to fix some stuff on the original picture, on the background. I will go here and work on highlight a bit light on the glasses. Okay. Bit here, here, here.
I think Photoshop is much better than Lightroom.
I mean, yeah, come on. Photoshop
Yes,
is
of course, man.
totally another word. Lightroom is really to make basic things.
Yes, I see.
Everything. I mean, here I can completely destroy your picture and make another picture from that.
You know, to increase the size of your brush.
Yeah, I mean, I want to do it on just some part, you know. I want don't see. Because yeah, also the connection is not getting. I cannot see anymore. Yeah, I see. Give me a bit of light on just to press here. The ring. Okay. On the button. Okay. Button. The button. Hey, this button I forgot.
I think there is a belt loop or something below. The belt.
Yeah, the belt. Maybe we check now. Oh, but it's not really.
It's on the left. On the left. Yeah, between the two buttons.
This you mean?
No. Near his waist.
Near Isa?
His waist.
This one?
Down.
No.
Down. Yep. Near between the two buttons at the bottom. Yeah, you see right there. Yep.
That's just back off. See that stuff.
His tie emblem.
So the funny things of Photoshop that is that if we wanna destroy this guy and putting yellow piece, we can. And yeah, just a bit of light on the septum. I usually do it this light on, especially on the hairs, bird. That just a bit, not a lot.
If you go down near his tie, oh, where the fuck did the image go?
Okay, yeah. I want to put and see.
You see there is a logo on his tie. He's wearing a tie.
What the fuck is a tie?
A tie. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I did already the light here on this.
Oh, okay.
During you was saying about the belt. Okay, so the only things I will do it here, for example. Now, what we did before on the back, we can do it now. And this we can do it with the burn tool, but the burn tool you have to be really careful because it's really can fuck up totally your picture. And when you pass again on the where you passed it before, yeah, for sure you do it again, another layer of dark. It's better when you do it a bit like purpose to go on the subject than the subject in a way make fusion with the background. It's not really clear that you did an action of Photoshop. And what I will do it also is let me. I don't know. I like this picture. I like it is. It's not. It's okay. I mean, I will not go on and on and on. I think it's something is missed a bit in this picture. I will. The next time I will take this kind of picture in landscape mode. Then you can cut in a way in a square, and you have more about the background. Or if you have to shoot in vertical, so then to shoot this here. Cut completely off the background and just to have and stop.
Okay.
But
So, if we save it, it's gonna be saved in Lightroom now, right?
Yeah, we save it like this. Saved in Lightroom. I think you have a copy on Lightroom. For me, work like that. When I open on Photoshop, then save automatically a copy on Lightroom.
Did you save it now?
I said when I open on Photoshop, it's automatically going to save a copy on Lightroom. So you have the first passage. So this is Photoshop, I think.
Yes, this is Photoshop. Yes.
And the other one is Lightroom.
And here's I have
And then yeah, I would continue to work. So then on the images of Photoshop to fix again the entire color. So to continue to involve a bit better the tone, the color, the light, and so on.
so let's suppose that I finished the Photoshop and so on, and I have this final image right here. And for example, I have the almost similar the picture. Almost everything is similar. How can I copy entire everything? Like, you mean, how can I just copy the settings to the other image, not like a user preset? Did you get my question?
And you mean the white the color correction, practically?
All of them. Like,
I don't know. I
You
do it.
cannot do it.
I do it usually by myself. It's because it's I'm used to repeat the things, but yeah, you have to doing practically. I remember, but I don't remember anymore. A friend of mine was doing that for me every time. He was taking the cinematic color from everything and was replying a DMG file. You can do it, Rafael. Maybe you know better than me. The DMG file.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I think what you can do is there is a new tool in Photoshop that you can open your image and open a reference image, and then the Photoshop is applying the color science of the reference image in your image.
so, do you know how to do it?
In the neural plugins or network, the new ones in Photoshop.
Yeah. So actually, let me just. So this guy is cropped in this way, right? So let me just at least crop it in that way, so that we can.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the crop. What I am telling you is only to copy the color science, not the cropping and the other adjustment.
Yes. Yes, I think I will open it in the Photoshop, this one, right?
Go.
Yeah, I'm waiting now. Yeah. And
I sent to you on WhatsApp group the tutorial I found.
what did I do now?
Go to the neural filters.
No, what? Why? How did I detach it? One moment.
Yeah.
You're looking at an image and you absolutely love the color grading.
Sorry.
Okay. So Rafael, now I'm listening you. Sorry.
Yeah, you can watch the what is the name of the Pixel Imperfect guy? But I think that is filters, neural filters.
Where?
Filters.
Filters. Yes. And neural filters. Yeah.
Yes. Then you need to select the color transfer, activate this one.
Skip the tour.
Yeah.
First.
Color transfer. Yeah. In the beta section.
Down. Beta session down.
Color
That
transfer.
one.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, click.
Okay.
Yes. And then wait.
Hey, you go too fast, man.
Go to the man, you will need to roll back. I think that you apply to the go to the other picture, The one that you want to change.
This one.
Yes. Go to filter, neural filter. Activate the thingy there. Yeah, you have a no color transfer.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's activated now. You want it as a new layer, and then you will need a custom. Go to custom image.
Where is it? Custom.
No, here in the right side.
The right side, custom, besides preset.
Here.
Custom.
Okay.
Now select image. The first one is the reference, right? Yes.
Yeah, this one.
Yes. And then go down. See? It's already applied. And then you can customize the color signs there. So you have the color from the reference image, and then you can adjust the brightness or the colors, and then click apply. Okay, as a new layer.
I think I can apply other things in the Lightroom as well, right? Because it's just copying the changes from the Adobe.
Yes, but this one is a TIFF. I don't know if you can do it from a TIFF, but in the other hand, if you find in internet, let's say an image that you like the color signs, like or an illustration, and you want to apply the same colors scheme in your picture, you can do it with a JPEG, for example.
For example, I can get from one image from movies, and I can copy this.
Exactly. Right? You can go to our station, for example, and
basically.
yeah.
Got it. Very nice, man. This is very good. So I will get it now, because let me see if it is available here.
No, you need to save the Photoshop file.
One moment.
Yeah, just wait. It's there.
Nice. I just need to let me do one more thing here. So here, for example, do you think that this masking will
be... No. But the thing is that this TIFF file, you are copying, so all the adjustments are in 0. See? Because it's not the raw file anymore.
So first I need to apply here, then I need to copy the Adobe colors.
Yeah, can be one way to do it. So
okay, so I think one moment. What is this? I'm very confused now. Copy settings from here, right?
These are in 0. Look to the basic panel. Everything is in 0. So you will not copy anything because there is no adjustment there. Because it's not a raw file. In the RAW files, you have the adjustment because it's the raw file. It's just the adjustment in Lightroom. But here, you don't have any adjustment in Lightroom because it's already a TIFF file.
This one.
See, here you have the adjustment because are in the database from Lightroom, right?
Yes, because I was this is TIFF. Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
Because I was thinking the second one. Okay. Yes, got it. Settings. So there is we don't need other masks, but we can.
No, you cannot copy the AI mask.
There's no sense to copy basic white balance. I mean, maybe only the white balance treatment and profile to tone curve HSL color grading is okay, but the rest I will remove it because there's no sense. It's different light the picture.
Okay. So sharpening is okay. Lens correction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one is okay. Yeah.
Effects grain is okay. Calibration is okay.
Just click white balance, not the wall things. Only white balance.
Okay. Okay.
Saturation.
Saturation.
In the end, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So copy.
Okay.
Okay.
It is also TIFF. Okay. I don't know why it's saving in other way. As the settings. Okay.
But now you have to work exposure and so on in the way you need better.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will work on it. But now I know how to do it actually.
But yeah, I'm curious to see the picture of Itesh.
So
Oh,
I,
I didn't went out the whole fucking day. You pushed me to stay here in front of the screen with you, and I want to see the picture of Itesh now.
I will be back, guys, after 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. He go on the moon. He's on the moon.
Let me know when you see the screen.
You can just click the button green and do it. Yeah. Oh wow! So, I mean, we have to select a lot of picture, man.
This is just one folder from.
Yeah, I know. I know many pictures you shooted until now and didn't select it and did do it any fucking things.
I don't like to share.
Today we do it, a big batch of post production.
So I was actually I wanted to do this one. No, this one.
But we want to do it a selection before to working on it. I mean,
Okay.
of all the picture you have in this folder, just this folder. Can you start from the beginning and then we just select? So from the beginning. Come on. I like to move it, move it. I like your booby. Dee 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 bee dee dee dee. Babu. Do it. Doody doody doody. Dee dee bee dee bee.
Yeah, Hitesh, but you can go in presentation mode.
Presentation mode. It's dark room. Not sure. I just started using it.
I think if you click at the first picture and then you click space,
Sure.
it's easier. Not slideshow, I think, but yeah. Can I try just to? Can I take control of your computer?
My machine started crying.
Amazing. Okay. What happened here? Oh, perfect. With the border.
If you increase, if you decrease the 1 minute, Emiliano, hold on.
Just a second.
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just I want to see if the work. I mean, work similar to. So what? Here 1 to 5. Okay. Perfect. 1 to 5. Okay. Just put 1 star. Okay. When I won't take something. Let's do it together. I would like to start from the beginning, but let's say this is the beginning. Okay. See? Okay. From here is the beginning, we say. I will keep this. This. As I said already before, if you just go a bit more down and show a bit more of the
Mhm.
Vignetting, because you have a lens, put everything unfocused behind, so it's no sense to have this unfocused stuff there.
Yeah, so the problem, I'll tell you what is. So when I go through the viewfinder, the subject is like, it doesn't fit into the autofocus zone wherever I want. So I have to select a single point of
This is what
autofocus selection point.
I say to you, go in manual.
Hold on 1 minute. The voice is very low. Hold on.
Happening.
But my laptop is making a lot of noise now. Okay. Yeah.
Linux or what? Do you have Linux or what? I don't know.
Yeah, Linux.
Yeah, it's a Linux.
So just as I said, use just manual focus and everything go the best way.
I got away from manual focus. I got these lenses because I didn't want to manually focus.
Yeah, but it's the best to go in manual focus, especially with the fixed lenses, because otherwise you always are a slave of the system.
I understood. Yeah, I agree to that. But I think, I mean,
You lost the moment. You know, this is the shit. Because you are there waiting the focus, especially in these lenses, really expensive. They go to focus every fucking detail. So then it's always when there is just air in front of the subject, then you can lose the focus.
yeah.
And yeah, I think your camera has these things that also the Sony has to highlight the focus, like also the Fuji. I don't
Yeah,
know.
this I mean, you can see it in darkroom as well, the focus point.
It's a really nice picture, and I don't know why you don't upload your nice picture and you upload the shitty picture. You do it. I don't know, really. What's going in your mind?
I think some of these are clicked by Ashish. He was using my camera while I was eating.
Just select. We don't want to know.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking ugly here. What the fuck? Yeah, this is really. No. Good guy. I'm watching my porn.
Yeah, this was Ashish.
This is not bad, for example. Also, I mean, it's, even if Ashish talk, as always, I say the photography is more selection than shooting. This is you have to save and put on Facebook. Yeah, let them know that. Hallo, was magst du? Magst du ein Bild von mir haben?
What?
I'm just joking. Looking for the subject. Oh, I like this. This is the air moving. This situation.
You reached the end of your collection.
But not really, because I didn't see the beginning, so then just go on the beginning. I was thinking that was going back, but easily just go on the beginning. Yeah, you have reached the start of your collection. So what was missed was just this.
Edit my picture, huh?
Okay, so we have all now, okay? And wait. Yeah. Sort by view, just 3-star. Okay, perfect. So we have all of them. Can we do it a batch? Yeah, I think we can do it a batch here, no?
We can do that.
And how to doing the batch here? So just to make a first auto exposure, auto white balance.
Okay. Hold on.
I hold on.
Oh. Let me move this away so I can see everything. So I haven't done batch yet, but I mean there is an option for doing that in this.
Maybe Rafael, Rafael know how to do it. Just an adjustment on all the picture in Darktable.
No, I don't have an idea.
So just let me explore for a second.
Because this is light table, this is like the view, and you have to go inside darkroom to edit.
But when I go here, then it's automatically on just one. That's
Yeah, so I mean what I do generally is, so if you can open one of the image, you can open one of the image.
just let me check for a second.
I don't know what you're trying to do now. I mean, what I generally do. So if you go inside one of the image.
Yeah, so I just, let's start.
Yeah, go to dark room. You want to auto apply like auto correction or something. So you can go to white balance or you can go to exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be the whole image, or you can just select, I mean, one option. Yeah.
I'm doing like this, but it's really, I will never use this software just because it's designed really bad. It's really aesthetically shitty.
It's depending on who uses, how it uses. I mean, I don't have an option to use Lightroom over here in the Linux machine, so that's why. But it almost does. I mean, while I was going through what you guys were doing on Dominick's machine, it does do almost everything, but it's just that I haven't explored all of those options over here.
It's not about that. It's just because I don't like the entire design. If they would have a design a bit more soft, I would use it.
I mean, this can be modified. These are just modules which you can remove and add.
It's amazing how you are defending them like it's the software. You did it.
I might be contributing to them soon, so that's why I'm using it.
So anyway,
so you're done with the edits, then I will tell you what you have to do next.
okay, so I just doing one and then so this was in black and white, right? So
yeah, it was in black and white. So if you go to the color, the fourth option. No, on the top here.
okay.
Just the color palette which is there. Next one. Yep. Go to monochrome. And you can select the monochrome tone as well if you expand monochrome.
Okay. Okay. So why there is no yellow here?
No, but what do you want to do? Green is for more sharpness, I think.
I mean, the best in black and white most of the time is to have the yellow filter. Then you keep all the tone of gray. And then yeah, you have to make it work a bit on. I want to understand how this to work. The entire setting here. Too many options, too many shit.
This is just few of them, Emiliano. You haven't even seen all of them.
Yeah, this is why I said I just watched the entire of before, and I think it's too many things. Useless. I mean,
So these are the enabled option, the button which you just clicked. So this will show you the models which you have configured. If you click on the eye, there's an eye right near the base curve on the opposite side, right above.
have still the control of your computer, you know?
Yeah, but then you can make the curve which you want, the tone curve.
Yeah, but I don't see the high, so then do it.
Hold on. This one. So this is a reset. Yeah.
But there is something.
Yeah, because if you disable exposure, if you disable highlight reconstruction, because it automatically selects the option based on the ISO which you have, based on the camera profile which you have.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, it's. I mean, I will for sure work on them, but from a reset point, you know, from the basic. Really.
You can also work on the histogram which you see. You can drag the histogram based on the way you want. So you can drag left or right. You can select the RGB to change that, or you can select the tone curve to select that.
I understand, but it's really. I mean, basically, what you need, especially in black and white, is a curved tone and highlight, shadow. This is, I mean, really the basic things. It's, I mean, for example, I would never say also Lightroom. I used a lot Camera Raw in the past for black and white. Was the best, I think, Camera black and white or Photoshop at least.
Yeah, so from the from the camera, it was selected. The profile was black and white, so that will be saved in the JPEG, but the RAW will be with all the details. So,
but for
there is one more option which I can suggest.
Do you can Photoshop here on Linux?
No, there is. I mean, I'll have to install
Windows or something else.
Wine and I mean, yeah, it's like an emulator. 1 minute, Emiliano. So I have also like, let's select some other image. So this one. So we have presets like what Doublet was using.
Yeah.
So this is one.
Black and white.
There is black and white. Yeah, this one. Ilford.
Yeah, no, I mean, preset work everywhere in every software. What you I think you have to doing here, especially for your picture, is to even understand the black and white in a different way. How does it work? Because your picture are really soft. So I mean, this is a basically monochromatic tone. What I will do it here is for sure to make the black a bit more black and to highlight a bit the gray, because there is no really high gray contrast, you know, light gray.
Yeah, but Emiliano, if you go to the black and white and select one of the green, you will get more contrast.
So in white balance?
No, in the tool, in the monochrome tool. If you apply like one of the green filters, you will get more contrast. I say, move to the green ones.
Go to the green.
Yeah, but like before, because now the circle is too small.
Yeah. More big, yeah. Really difficult. How to complicate your life?
I mean, I'm still learning to use it, Emiliano. I mean, it's It is a little difficult, but I mean, that's the whole point. Not everything is easy.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, for sure. This is, I mean, what in my case, I will never use this because I cannot spend too much time post-product. I mean, when I have just the hour to post-product, I have to doing also faster.
Okay, so what you were trying to do earlier, so like for example, this, you want to select this style which you've applied. So you can do that from here, selective copy, and like you can say select all, and you can apply all of these to selective paste. So you'll apply the same config, I mean, same settings which you have selected to all these images.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So just go back and it's complicated now to work on this because no one here is using, and I have to better understand where is what. It's difficult to go to recognize what is the command you need, you know. But really, basically, what I showed you on Lightroom on your phone, really basically, you have.
Yeah.
Without to really over destroy the entire profile color. What I think here is you need just is a bit more black, a bit more contrast, a bit more highlight, white balance, white on the face, and yeah, that's work. That's it. Not too much to destroy to burn the picture or the background, and basically, I mean, the picture is good, you know, this is the point. So you don't have to doing a really big edit. Just smoke a cigarette and come back.
Yeah. I didn't really like the image in when let me just start from scratch because I think I need to see again how it was. Okay. I mean, this was just a random click. So the tutorials which I have come across on YouTube, I mean, basically what they do is if the image is like, you know, if you have something like a landscape photo or something like in a field, like a windmill or something. So what they basically have is they apply a style, which they have is like an autofilming, which makes your subjects pop out. And then what you have to do is play with the exposure and the tone equalizer to, you know, either increase or decrease the amount of percentage of exposure. And then with the tone equalizer, you can then select, like for example, go down on this, make his face a little bright, make her a little bright. And yeah, shadow and highlights. So move few shadows, move few highlights. You can also have a mask to select the ones which you want to do. But I haven't, I mean, I just started using the mask option. I was checking like the options which you have in Lightroom to select the subject and the background. I mean, it's not something which I've come across in this, but I think, yeah, that is really helpful because then it's easier for you to, you know, do what you need. But this is like a more of an integration between Photoshop and Lightroom, from what I understand.
Yeah. And this is the mass selection now?
Yeah. I don't even have the keys configured. Yep, escape is not. I think it was. What's the key to stop the draw? I mean the mask in Photoshop. It's the same key in this one.
Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest.
It was the right click.
So, and has the magnetic thingy?
This
So
one?
can detect the border of.
The whole thing?
So what you have with the inner mask is the
Yeah.
transition area, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't really like this image so much. I mean, she looks good enough. He looks a little tired, but I mean, that's the problem. I mean, there are sometimes I click good pictures, but then I don't really feel like, they stand out, or and then they don't need to be worked upon. So, I mean, I don't really like to edit any pictures as such. It's just the editing the exposure, just increasing the exposure, or that's about it. But this one,
Yeah, go to the portrait that you want to edit.
yeah, it's it was this one. So I was playing with this earlier. I think I was playing with this is what I was talking about, the haze removal. So if you see, like, it will remove the whites, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, this is like the dehaze tool on the.
Dehaze. Yeah. And this is what I was playing with, the denoise profile and the raw denoise. So originally this image, it's almost 1000 ISO, but you can see, like, it is getting a little noisy, and it removes a few, but retains the details. I don't know if it is visible, but
Yeah, and you can adjust the focusing. So like we did with the masking, you can select the areas where the focus is applied.
so right now, I mean, you can see the highlights. That's what the focus point was. I'm not sure why the bokeh is the focus point in this, but I mean, it's the eyes. That's what my focus point was.
Yes, but I mean, I don't know if there is any control to change the focus, to apply or reduce the focus.
Not sure, but it
Sharpen there, and then there is no masking layer.
yeah. So you want to sharpen the image or the background?
No, I want, for example, like we did in the Adobe thingy, is like to apply a mask, because if you increase the sharpness, will be applied for the whole image. But
yes.
if you can masking, you can only select, the like the eyes and so on when you increase the mask. No, but not this mask. That is the thing that I don't know how to explain it, but in the Adobe thingy, you have the full image. By default, the focus is applied to the whole image. And then depending on the lens, you can see areas in focus or out of focus.
Oh, I don't think so. I have come across that. We have a lens correction, but I don't think that covers what you are talking about.
Yeah, probably they have, but I don't know here how to find it. But I think that all the software has this possibility, like it's increased sharpness, but if you move the masking automatically, will detect the edge of the image, you know, like the border of the eyes and everything.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, I know what you're talking about, but I forgot where it was. Yeah, I think we did that in one of the Dovlet's images. Did we?
Because that can help you to for example, to bring more focus on the face, for example, and to get to also reduce a little bit the noise as well, and the areas out of focus will look better. So now are great because the lens is a monster lens, but will be more soft as well in the, yeah, you can do it like a high pass, will be similar.
But I haven't used high pass before. I think
And then I don't know, because in Photoshop, the high pass sometimes for the focus depends on the amount of megapixels. For example, if you have like 20 megapixels, you can apply the high pass with 2. And then changing the blending type, you can apply this very soft, but you can increase the focus, you know? Maybe Emiliano can explain better how to do this focusing thingy.
I don't know what you're talking about because I'm working on a picture in same time.
yeah, because that's why I'm still learning these guys while you're watching this video. So don't curse me.
No, don't worry.
No, it's for the live video which is happening.
So if you want, I share my screen and show you something I'm doing because I'm working on several pictures that compose one picture. If you want.
Give me 1 month, guys. I'll learn it.
1 month alone.
Yeah. How long was I here? I came here in April. I joined you guys in June? Yeah, June or July.
Yes, you have just to suffer and shut up. So wait a second. So
You're
now
not sharing
Share
your
the
screen.
screen. We are not.
yeah, I don't know where is the Zoom. Wait a second.
Where is your screen, man?
I'm searching the fucking Zoom.
It's in front of you.
No.
Yeah.
You know that screen which is in front of you where you can see the fingers which I'm showing?
Axo Vartekuts. You want to see my face? Yes or no? No? Oh, fuck off. Okay, so.
Can you change the language?
What? No,
Yeah,
I can.
nice this picture, man.
Yeah, it's a very good picture.
Fuck yourself.
No, wait.
A tripod. You shot this with a tripod, right? Or not?
No, I was just putting the on the table the camera, and at the same time I was shooting with other 2 camera in my hand.
What is the focal length of this, Emiliano?
Oh,
35.
don't ask me this stuff technically that I'm not a person.
Man, but press.
It's right there, 17 mm.
So first of all,
70, yeah.
First of all, I'm working on this picture in yellow because I want to publish in the new book of yellow.
But when you like the image when you showed it was like, it was amazing. When you started sharing the window.
No, let's find out the focal length. I think
17
mm doublet.
Focal length. Wait a sec. 1 year it's going back. Focal length is 17 millimeter. Oh, this is really shy. Yeah, come on. Go here.
Watching porn.
Ah! I'm really getting crazy. Me and this fucking Lightroom. Oh, so what I have to do here? Yeah. So just a second. Just a second. Yellow, Sophie. Okay. No,
So what did you create, Emiliano?
now I show you if you just shut up a second.
No.
Tono di base.
Tono
What
di-
is the tono di base, man? Put your Lightroom in English.
No,
Yeah, but that's what I mean. If you make it English, it's
I don't want to put that. You have to learn Italian. Okay, now we have all the picture. So first things we have to do it is to export them. So merge gone. So we wait the exportation. Babuba,
I have a question for you. So by merging, it means that you took this picture with different exposures and you are merging. It's some kind of HDR.
No,
Okay.
No. Go, Emiliano.
no, I explain you during I do it. Practically, she's a dancer that I work with. We did the videos also of that things, but in the same time I was so the difficulties with that is it was to capture the dance because it was more acting dance than normal dance. So what I tried to put out was to try to capture all the moments. So now where is the fucking folder? Here. Okay, so let's just put one. And here. Um, 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 okay. So let me put away all of you here. And
I got what you mean, actually.
yeah, I have just to compose together. So I have just to work with mask. And that's it. Yeah. This is the difficult part is just to really go to work on
Yeah, Emiliano, but one thing, why are you not applying like a mask instead of deleting the image, the layer?
because it's the same in the end.
No, it's not the same because here you are scrolling up every layer, you know?
Yeah. So what you want to do it? Tell me.
Yeah, instead of removing, so roll back the second image, so all the change.
Huh?
Roll back the change, yeah.
Okay.
Then in this one, add a mask. And then, yeah, you can invert the mask with black. And now paint with the brush where the girl is on top of the table, yeah. See, it's easy to roll back or to select the subject and so on. Even I think that you can, but this one is more, it's not the latest one. And maybe here it doesn't work because it's a bit dark, but in other pictures, maybe you can use the AI filters to select the subject and then can be even faster to.
This. Let's do it like this.
Mm.
What is the girl here? Okay, here I have to do it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
No, no, please don't do it.
I can't pee here. No, I'll have to go to the washroom.
I'll do this. So now I have try to just yeah.
It's okay, man. Man, you need to shoot with tripod for that.
Yeah, sorry, I was not in my mind before to doing this shooting. We went to this place inside of Temple of Fairfeld. Was
Yeah, but you are masking too much there, I think, because
Yeah.
you have another picture where she's standing on top of the table, right? On the thingy there.
I can stand back. Okay. Have to find the hand. I have to do it in a way like, okay, so I did just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, like this. Yeah. But yeah, you can keep it like this because at the end is really small part of the image.
Okay. Let's go. So she's here. Okay. Okay. It's complicated, yeah.
Mhm.
But do it. So be careful of also the other images here. I have to get a look at the images. Okay, because there is a leg there. And then we need to go back to the S here. Wait. No, here. You have to work on this. Then last one. Maybe better, no. this chat.
Yeah.
This part. Wait. Okay. Seems like okay. Yeah? Or
Good.
group. First.
Is Option Command Shift E.
Okay, option.
Command Shift E.
It's GIF.
E.
E, Y or E?
E.
Okay, like this.
Yes. Unito.
Okay. Unito. Okay. Now we just make the don't work so much, man. Tonalità saturazione. Okay. So I want a bit more yellow turned. Or maybe doesn't turn. That's work. That's work.
Nice.
The shadows and everything. Okay. I took much more pictures, but the point was to find a good solution between all of them because it was really difficult. So I will save this as final version. And yeah, I save also the Photoshop file. I don't know. I will do it P for PNG, no?
JPEG, I think that is. What do you mean? Do you want to save like?
Okay, I have a Photoshop file.
No. For Photoshop, save on TIFF, 16 bits.
I just give the Photoshop file for the if I have to go to work on something.
Okay.
And yeah, it's one.
Yeah, this one is the PSD.
It's cool. That is this PSD. This is the JPEG.
Nice.
So, yeah, I get you let what I'm saying. I'm let you watch a bit of what I'm working on InDesign. If you want,
Go for it.
go for it. Make it. If you wanna watch, I'm doing transformation and make it green. Choose between this and this.
Open.
Which one?
Red.
Green?
Yeah, open the green. Yes, okay.
Maybe you can also send me something, no? For the green.
Yeah, but I need to check in my catalog what can I
You can check. Your
color
catalog
grade to greenish.
just to let you look because I'm still working on.
See, that kind of picture is the ones that I like before,
Which one is?
and some other before, like the girl there. So it's greenish, but skin is okay.
Yeah, this is I think she made with film.
Mhm.
Most of them they work with the film. This is digital. This is cool. This is fucking cool. I had a lot of fun playing with this picture.
Good. Yeah, you have really nice pictures in the collection.
Yeah, this also I had a lot of fun to make something with this. Now I continue a bit and I show you how I do it. So let's see.
Yeah, now that I can remember, I have one, but it's like a landscape. Like green is the main color because it's everything fucking green, but
But you know how does it work? So just collect 10 between 15 pictures if you have. I mean 5, 3, where else you have, and pass to me, and I see if they work together or not. So now, for example, I have this Ernst, Paul, and Brick. The first things I think is always important to doing is to put down somewhere the text, then you figure out that you have a text, and to understand how do you want to start the story, which is the topic of the story. So usually subject, if they are not really powerful, I will put in the another side. In this case, I think what work really good is this picture to start. Okay, let's put the name of this guy. Where it ends, Paul Dan Brick. What the fucking name? problem is here also to find. I don't see any fucking thing here. Da, 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 da. Yeah, awesome. Okay, let's find out this guy. Oh man, you get it? Yes, but it sent me any. Yeah. Also, there is text for every fucking picture. Christ. Difficult. Let's go back to this. I put, we have the main pictures, this one. So when I work in this way, for example, this window and there is a shadow, and what this shadow and this window can make it inside of the mind of someone. So then we can do it like this. For example, she watch on the left, but in this case, when you turn the page, she watch probably in the window, we can say. Okay, or is it just a reflection of what we will think about she do it? So you turn the page and then there is she watching at something, probably the past, probably at an emotion. And what there is in this emotion, probably a moment of nice time that someone was in your life. Want to say that? I'll try to say that. Let's try to say that. And yeah, I remember my daughter. They were playing in the field. And I was seated there watching them. This is a really small boat. And I have also this. What are you fucking doing?
Some greenish, but it doesn't work together. Those just selecting from my sport. Yeah, just check it, but
I go like this, like this. Really, yeah. And this, but maybe better here. This stuff remove here. Yeah.
all of those are film, right?
Hmm? All of those are?
Film.
Yeah, I think yes. This one, yes. Hmm. I still don't like how she work. Maybe I don't like her. Maybe I don't like her. Maybe need something like not a lot of coherence between all the picture. The difficult part. Oh, no. I will do it like this. I will go fuck away. This too lightly, respect of the others. Try with this. Sometimes it's really difficult to figure out all the picture together. So in this case, they are not powerful anymore. I will put away them. Unfortunately, working only on this. How much difference is between all the picture, no? I don't know. Are you still there, everyone? I'm alone.
Yep.
The silence. I don't know. Make me annoying. I will take. Let's go next. This guy. Let's put Violet to this guy. It's Colopazio. Yeah, for example, this has just one picture and you don't know.
It's not green, man.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. I mean, there is just a bit of green. Yeah, but it's difficult also because green has different shades. I mean, has many color. It's not like red. The red is really strong. Blue is really strong. Green is a mix.
Check my picture on the WhatsApp. I will edit the one of the trees because this one is almost unedited. This one, I will really edit this, the first one. Yeah, but the building doesn't match with this collection.
Yeah, this can work. I mean, this can work in a only page. But yeah, if you send me this, and this with similar tonalities like this one, they will work amazing.
I'm looking for a green image. I have. Let me. I'll just share.
So this. This I have to download. Miami. If we can do it. Do it like.
Go to the next.
We'll do it like this.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So for this project, only street photography and nature, also wildlife can work?
Can work everything. You can send me also the picture of your dick in green.
Okay.
I mean, if has sense for you, work everything. But yeah. The topic is only the green, and then there is the one point is green or other, it's your, you have to show us.
Okay. So the picture has to be within any particular dimensions, like the crop range and all, or any frame?
I need at least 120 dpi.
Okay. Okay.
You can. In picture. One it was thief, another was. Refleo ventana. I'll do it like this, yeah. Hey, don't go too much. Let's pull this third Noemi Parga Iglesias. Noemi Parga Iglesias. Ui. Iglesias. All right. Just on the limit. Do it like this. and enter picture, and then I put the text white on the floor. Be white. Everything white.
Yeah, I have one for the yellowish.
Okay, yellow also. I need actually. Oh, but you have seen no that on the website. So
Yeah.
now I'm working on this, and I love this. But don't send me on WhatsApp. Send on email.
Man, just sending to see if it's okay.
Oh, okay. What is this? Yellow?
Should be.
I mean, put a bit of lomography post production inside
Yeah.
if you want.
Let me check. Wait. I found another one good for greenish.
Come on.
Very simple one.
Make a selection of all the green you have. I mean, this, for example, what I do it also on Lightroom is to give tag to the picture, because sometimes it can be easy to collect all of them. Yeah, this also can work. So focus on the nature. Easy green to find. You like any of this? Now, let's see later.
Is it fine if it has some other like QR codes or something around it, or name of a brand or something? Let me share this photo with you.
You can share the screen in the meantime, you know? You can share the screen all together in the same time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You see this?
No. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, Emiliano, here I see that we cannot share more than one screen.
But it's I went on the option and there was
Yeah, it is. It should show. You'll have to select the one screen which you want to see, as in you as the viewers. Whether you want to see Emiliano's window or my window.
no. Yeah, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I can select, yeah. But Hitesh screen is black.
Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you see it, Emiliano? In the view options, you can select which screen do you want to see.
I did it like this. Just stopped my screen to watch. Okay, this is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really
I'll
good.
share it.
Yeah, it's cool also that you on the book, you buy the book and then you take also a screen code. Okay, so. Leo de la madre.
Yeah. I am disconnecting now because otherwise Emiliano will retain you until 1 a.m.
I can sit till 1 a.m. That's not a problem.
Yeah, but I will take a shower and so on.
You shower.
Warschauer Straße.
Shower.
See you.
No, I show you the other work I'm doing. Wait a second.
Okay.
Let me finish just this.
You can stop the notifications on the top. You see that? Yeah.
Gonna make a change here. Just put this here. Put this here. I like the idea that the mother is watching the pig. Maybe I keep like stay here. This here. Not good, not bad. Good, not bad. And I think about. Okay, so let me save this. And I'll show you the other I'm working on. It's almost done. So this is the other is about the open call I did last year. And it's a bit more complete of work of others. You can see it. Very
What is the subject?
This is
Transformation.
open call of transformation. So the topic is transformation, and I mean, I'm not really impressed from what came to the open call. So it was not a topic I chose to make. It was chosen from others, but yeah.
Yeah, that one is, there are really good pictures there.
A few are good.
Yeah, it's a good project. I mean, it's nice. This is I think for me really cruel. Okay.
These are all Polaroids.
Mm.
Sorry. So for everyone, it's different. The reason why of transformation.
Mhm.
If, for example, I will go on. I mean, and wait until there was the worm, no? But yeah, we received a lot of different submission, really crazy in particular. There's one I have to work on. It's quite particular. So he did a work of on the textile with coding and 3D printer and photography coding. I don't know. It's really completely crazy. But yeah, this is almost done. I have to just to put some other people inside. I don't know where they are. Yeah. It's just this. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 person, and I completed this book. And then I have to start to work on all of this. They are full. I have to finish, make it green, and starting make it yellow, and then go on with others.
Nice.
I have a lot of self-portrait tasks, so I have to. I'm collecting. There is one. It's so fucking cool. I have to show you. I find. Yeah, this guy. Look at there. Fucking cool. Man, he's a genius. I love. How many fucking self-portrait he did? But yeah, I have many different perspectives, many different work. Especially during the pandemic, a lot of people started to do that. Okay, guys, it was nice.
See ya.
And I think, yeah, we can stop for today.
Thank you
Yep.
for all work.
Thank you. It was great.
And I will upload you on YouTube, and no one will see you. Or will see us, because it's so fucking creepy to watch 4 hours of that. Okay.
No.
Have a good night.
Emiliano,
Good evening, guys. Yep. Krishna?
yeah, I sent you an email actually 2, 3 days ago.
Okay. And I didn't answer you?
Yep.
I didn't?
Still waiting for the information.
Okay. Let me check.
I'll drop off. Bye, guys.